Hello, welcome to Financial Freedom with Jewel. Today we're going to show you how to pay down $10,000 in credit card debt in record time using Velocity Banking. And we're not going to take out a loan, we're going to take out a line of credit. I know it's like a loan, but it acts far differently. But I need you to give me one moment. I'll be right back.
You know I'm a stranger, willing.
As promised, I'm back. Now, I'm going to tell you something. I know you hear a lot of things about Velocity Banking, and people say, well, you're basically just taking debt, moving debt to pay debt. You're exactly right. But we're using a line of credit. We're not using a loan. You guys, loans are far different. Loans are what they call amortization schedules. By that, I mean that when you take out a loan with the bank, they're going to give you a straight number that you're going to pay that same amount every single month. Whether you owe $10,000, $20,000, or let's say if you're almost down to zero, you're going to pay that exact same payment every single month because they're front loading it with interest, which means the bank's going to say, well, hey, I'm going to loan you this money, but I'm going to charge you to borrow my money. As a matter of fact, I want you to pay me back my portion first, which means they're going to send all that money in the beginning to the interest payment, and you're going to be getting to hit your principal payment years down the line. But today, I'm going to show you a person, this person here, they have $10,000 in credit card debt at a 27% interest rate. Okay, listen to that. If they pay that $200 that they're told they need to pay every single month, they're going to pay that off in 14 years. Yep, 14 years, because they're betting on you making those bare minimum payments. And not only that, you are going to triple, basically, the price of interest because you're borrowing $10,000 to use their credit, but they're going to charge you, I would say, at least about $23,000 in interest alone, okay? But let me show you how to go ahead and pay that debt off in record time using a line of credit. Line of credit, same thing, you have to pay it back, but because we're going to hit the interest second and the principal first, works totally different. Let's take a look at this chart. Okay, look at their income. Income here is $42.25. Expenses are $35.68. They have a cash flow of $657. Remember, if you don't tell your money where to go, you're going to wonder where it went. You have to be strategic and intentional about pointing your money in the right direction. Oftentimes we have leftovers. We're like, I don't have leftovers. I don't see it. It's because you're spending it, because you're not intentionally targeting your money. But I'm going to show you here how to target your money and how to accomplish the goal of paying off that $10,000 in record time with a line of credit. Okay? So here we are. They're taking out a line of credit for $10,000. Remember, with the personal line of credit, there's no collateral required, so it's going to be a higher interest rate. In this case, it's 11%. Okay? Look at the rent. The rent is $13.25. Their food is $3.50. Utilities are $3.27. Insurance $126. Car payment is $4.12. Subscriptions, Netflix, and all that fun stuff is $108. Gas per month is $220. Credit card is $200. There we are, you guys. $10,000. They own that credit card. They're paying $200 a month at a 27% interest rate. Okay, now look at their savings. Great, $250 going towards savings. That's a wonderful thing. And look at that fun money. Fun money in Velocity Banking is that if you like to have your nails done, go out to eat, we want to put all that in there because remember, if you feel like you're on a diet, you're going to fail at it. Because most diets, you start good, you pick up steam, and you drop it. Velocity Banking and paying off debt is the same way. So I'm going to really encourage this person to allocate fun money. She has $250 in her situation. So let's take a look. So the total is $35.68. Now they have $657 cash flow. Really, really good, okay? But I'm going to propose, let's get rid of that credit card altogether. $200 is gone. Get rid of that. We're going to use that $10,000 line of credit. We're going to call the credit card company and say, listen, I'm going to pay it off today, which means we're going to stop that $200 automatically. So the credit card is now paid off, but we have to pay off our line of credit. Watch me do 6 months to show you how you, 6 months to show you how you can pay this off in record time. Here we go. This right here no longer exists, you guys. Credit card is now done. Now they're going to go from, look at this, 657. Now they're going to go to 857. I'm sorry, it's not working. Now they're going to go to $857 cash flow, okay? We took the $200 we were paying every single month to the credit card company, and we just added it on to cash flow. Now we have $857 cash flow. Watch what I'm going to do, okay? $10,000 is what we owe now on the line of credit. We're going to pay it off. Look at this, guys. We're going to inject the first payment of $857 in there. Now we're at $9,143, but we have to pay the bank their interest because we borrowed the line of credit. That's going to be $84, you guys. We're going to inject that payment of $84. It's going to take us down to $9,227. I know you're probably thinking, well, she still has to pay a debt. She does. But remember, she was paying $200 a month in bare minimum payments on that credit card. So now we're going to inject that back into what she owes. So here we are. Now month 2, minus $857. Now they're down to $8,370. Let's keep it going. $77 interest payment is going to be due, $84.47. Third month, minus $857 once again. Now we're down to $75.90. That's how much she owes. But yep, you know what? Interest payment's going to be due, $70. Now she's at $76.60. You guys, she has paid off almost $3,000 in 3 months on that credit card. That was a credit card, but it's a line of credit. If you were to continue with those loans, guess what? That credit card, she would barely be tapping maybe $2 or $3 off of that. Now we're running down, look, almost $3,000 in 3 months' time. But let's keep on moving. 1-4, $76.60. We got paid again. We're going to minus our $857. Now we're down to $68.03. Interest payment is going to be due on that $68.03 is $62. Now we're back up to $68.65. Okay. Fifth month, we're being paid again. $857 is going in. Now we're down to $6,008. Now you guys notice that we're at month 5. Okay. Plus $55 interest payments due. Now we're at $60.63. 6 month, inject our $857 cash flow in again. Now we're down to $5,206. You guys, there is absolutely no way that she could have done that, paying that credit card at bare minimum. Oftentimes we get stuck in saying, oh, you know what? You can make these bare minimum payments and you know what? You can go ahead and have this credit card. They're not telling you that they're going to throw all that money towards interest and you're barely hitting your principal. When we use Velocity Banking, we take out lines of credit. Remember, lines of credit, what they call open-ended. You can take and you can pull from that. With a loan, you're only putting into it. You cannot pull out of that loan until you pay it off. Then you move on to something else. My goal is to show you how line of credit works far better. I don't care if the line of credit is 10 or 15%. It doesn't matter because you're injecting so much extra cash flow into the line of credit. You're paying down it in record time. Now, you know what? You can even go ahead and do the same thing with a credit card. But most folks don't understand that with a line of credit, you can pull from that. It's open-ended. You can use it again and again and again and again to target your debt. With a loan, you can't do that. You simply pay off the loan, move to another loan. So let's go ahead and change the game. Let's go ahead and move to lines of credit, you guys. Those are far better. Now, I know I'm going to tell you one thing. You have to at least have a 660 to 680 credit score to get a line of credit because the banks want to see that you're going to be responsible with it. So this is for folks that say, look, I got that 650, that 670. I'm doing great. I'm going to say go to the credit union. I know I said bank. I call my credit union my bank. Go to your credit union, you guys. They offer far better rates, far better deals. They work for you because you are the member and they're a nonprofit. So the rules are a little different from the big box banks. So go to your local credit union, form a relationship, join it, $10, pretty much $10 for a savings account or checking account. You become a member of your credit union. But anyway, let's go back to the chart. Now you guys notice we have to make that $48 interest payment on the $5,206. Now we're down to $52.54. She has almost paid off $5,000 in debt completely. She's almost done. If we do this maybe for the next, 4.5 months, she's completely done. That far beats the 14 years of paying on a credit card, bare minimum payments at 27% interest. You cannot beat it. So I'm going to say once again, a line of credit is the way to go, you guys, because it's open-ended. You can pick and you can pull from it. So let's just say this. Let's say her car was $20,000. She's still probably in a 5-year car loan. You guys, why don't we just go ahead and chunk that again? Remember, your line of credit is open. Most of them are good for 10 and 20 years. You can continue, chunk down, pay off your payments, and keep using that line of credit. You can do the same thing with the car payments you did with the credit card. So I'm going to say, look, throw $10,000 at that car payment. And you may say, well, that doesn't make any sense. She still got to pay on the car payment. She does, you guys, but if she would be aggressive with it, paying it off, she can probably hit that car being paid off in 2 years' time as opposed to paying that car off in 5 and 6 years. She's going to save herself an abundance of interest. So till the next time, until the next video, if you found worth in this video, please like, subscribe, and share. Sharing is caring. Let's get folks out of debt. Let's let them know that it's not as hard as what you think. And you guys, lines of credit, I know people say they're alone. They're not alone. They work far differently